Let's begin here. Tonight, South Africa's top search and rescue heroes will be awarded at the 8th South African Search and Rescue Biennial Meritorious and Service Awards. The awards are part of the Search and Rescue Conference, which is being held in Durban. Last year's floods in April and May saw some incredible rescue efforts from teams across the country. Let's go to senior reporter Jayed-Leigh Paulse, who is attending the awards ceremony and joins us live now. Jayed, it's really, so amazing when you watch some of these rescuers in action, and you just wonder about the heart and the bravery when it comes to really carrying out some of the incredible rescue missions that we've seen them. Let's talk about tonight. What can we expect?
Well, a very good evening to you, Bongiwe, and to the viewers back at home. And yes, you must be a really special individual to be able to assist and help someone who is in need. And tonight we are going to be awarding those brave men and women who really, paved the way for so many people and showed them what bravery stands for. Search and rescue operations. We've seen, Bongiwe, the floods ravaging most parts of our province, especially in Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal. And these are the men and women that are going to be awarded tonight. I'm just going to step out of shot and show you some of the trophies and medals that are going to be awarded to the 28 people, I'm told. But this comes at a time where, we've seen so many perish in the line of duty. Last year, 42-year-old Sergeant Busisiwe Mjwacha was conducting a search in the Msunduzi River in KwaZulu-Natal when 3 victims had drowned, and she herself got into difficulty and drowned. At the same time, her canine dog, who's named Leah, she also perished, and it was said that she was trying to assist Sergeant Mjwacha. Very sad. And when we look at the search and rescue efforts made on the ground and the people that are really going out there to ensure that they keep their pulse on the ground, we can really say that our men and women are doing such an amazing job. I want to bring in the Deputy Minister of Transport, Sindiswe Chikunga, just to talk about the initiative tonight, the importance, and why we are here. Deputy Minister, thank you so much for joining us this evening. A very auspicious occasion. I was just telling the viewers back at home, we've seen floods ravaging most parts of the country, especially in Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal. Tonight, we are awarding those brave men and women who have put their life on the line to assist and help those in need.
Yes, indeed. I think first, South Africa is a member state of both ICAO as well, which is International Civil Aviation Organization, and International Maritime Organization. We are responsible for our airspace, which is 6% of the world airspace, and we are responsible for our waters, which include the Indian, the Atlantic, and the Southern Oceans. And our waters, they actually are 3 times the size of South Africa. So it's quite a huge area that we're responsible for. And we do that through what we refer to as South Africa's search and rescue, which we will actually be talking about today, and in fact tonight. And out of that, we have government leading, but we also have private individuals and organizations who have taken it upon themselves to ensure that whatever a craft that passes by our airspace, whatever vessel that passes by our waters that we are responsible for, they are available to ensure that whoever is inside actually is safe. In an event there is distress of any nature, of any vessel, or even of any aircraft that passes by our airspace, those women and men are actually ready to assist in rescuing particularly the lives of those people. And they do this voluntarily, many of them. Others, they do it through funding, which I think we'll also be appreciating today and awarding tonight. So yes, it's a big day for South Africa. But I must indicate that our search and rescue program is one of the best in the world. And that is why we don't hear many of people losing their lives, both in our airspace and of course in our waters. We've not heard for ages and for years any commercial air crash in our space. Doesn't happen by itself. It's because there are people that make it possible that it doesn't happen. But even in our waters, we have not had people losing lives whenever there's any distress in any nature of any vessel that is in our waters. And that doesn't happen by itself. It's because there are people who are ready to go and dive and ensure that they save those lives. And that act of bravery takes us today to where we are to actually award that. It's not only South Africa that is doing it. Even the IMO, for instance, the International Maritime Organization, does that. And we have had some from South Africa being recognized at that level. And we actually announced even during the day when opening the session that IMO again has opened for nominations. And we are encouraging men and women from South Africa to be nominated so that they too can compete and if possible, be awarded at that level. I'm sure. I'm not a judge at the level, but I think we can actually have some men and women who can be recognized at that level. And when that happens, they fly the South Africa's flag high.
Thank you so much for your time, Deputy Minister. Well, that was Deputy Minister Sandisiwe Chikunga just talking about tonight's awarding of the Rescue South Africa members. They're going to be awarded these beautiful trophies just behind me, just talking about the importance that they do on the ground. As you heard the Deputy Minister speaking about there, that also this is going to be opening up a space for more members to join and encouraging those, because this is a selfless job. It is giving back to the community, and we'll be bringing you all that once we see the members start arriving and proceedings start. It's back to you in studio.
And it's well-deserved accolades there, Jade. I mean, one thinks about the amazing work that they do, and they certainly do deserve a night like tonight. So we'll watch this event through your eyes. Thank you so much for that. That was SABC News reporter Jayed-Leigh Paulse.